C is consideration of Sac City Summer Recreation Funds request. You want to talk at that, Adam?
Sure. You might remember that every year we typically receive in our community request applications an application for funds from Community Rec, for Summer Rec. And last year, Summer Rec was approved for $3,500. However, they only made a request and received $2,000 of that $3,500. So in short, what they're requesting we do in the letter that you received tonight is that we give them not only the $3,500 that they're committed to this year, but also give them the $1,500 that they never received last year.
Because they didn't ask for it.
I have a hard time, I don't know how you feel about it, I have a hard time doing that because that's going to affect the budget purposes for this year, 2010. I mean, I understand that it was budgeted last year and they only took $2,000 of the $3,500, but they knew that a letter had to be there to request that.
What year of budget are we talking about? Are we talking current?
This was last year that they
budget
were
08?
A budget 08, 09.
Or now we're in 9, 10.
Or in 09, 10, yes. And they've received just over $2,300 of this year's $3,500 that is approved for them.
Are there outstanding things that they need to operate the program?
I'm on the board. What this money is used for is they put it into their capital improvement, which goes towards new uniforms, field improvements, and that type of stuff. So if the money's not, I mean, they're just going to be short that much money and won't be able to buy that stuff.
And I can vouch for it. I know they need new uniforms and everything like that.
And really, they're one of the few that doesn't take their money in one lump sum. They get two portions, where a lot of them they just get one check.
So they forgot.
Can we make it to the point where if we budgeted that so this doesn't happen again, they get it in one lump sum?
I mean,
they should ask for it. That's a board decision. They should ask for it. But can we legally go back to
well, that's why it's on the agenda. It's on the agenda because technically all you're doing at this point is increasing the approved amount for this year. Whether it does not matter that they were awarded it last year. That award is now gone from the eyes of our financial eyes. However, it's a question of, do you want to honor what they're asking you to do is increase this year's by $1,500 in order to honor what they should have received last year as part of their award.
But is it safe to say that although the $3,500 was a budgeted amount, one cannot assume that they are going to be entitled to that full amount? It's simply a budgeted amount. So
they were awarded that amount.
Okay. Okay.
So
there could be a question of good faith.
Okay.
There could be a question of good faith.
Didn't Lane Collins think that there was a letter of request going out? There was kind of a little misunderstanding.
There is some dispute over whether or not there was a letter that was sent out in June of last year.
We didn't receive it.
We did not find a copy in our office.
You know, and when you serve on boards and whatever, sometimes you think that things get, and there's a long
position.
There's a long time between meetings and so on. It doesn't present any problems for us. Does it, Adam, as far as, the financial?
Money was there.
I mean, you could technically make the argument that our general fund balance was increased by $1,500 from the fact that they didn't receive the $1,500 last year, and that we wrote $1,500 more over. I mean, you could make that argument.
We also want to retain our kids and not make them go to another area because we don't have sufficient stuff either. But I think, although they made a mistake, they know they made a mistake, I don't have a problem honoring the request.
Are you ready to vote on it? Are you ready to make a motion? Is there additional discussion?
I'll make the motion to the effect of approving the additional $1,500 going to the Sac City Summer Rec.
In this year's budget?
In this year's budget, even though it was originally intended for last year.
I'll second that.
Call for a vote.
Councilman Frederick?
Yes.
Brockhart?
Yes.
Johnston?
Yes.
Muscat?
Yes.
Randy?
Yes.
Motion